Want to reach Night Talks Radio? That's easy. Simply dial 1-507-384-9390.
Oh no, he's done it again.
Now, the very important thing I told my daughter and granddaughters, no serious guys till you're 30.
Okay.
Right?
No what?
No serious guys till you're 30.
I'll keep that in mind. At least.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all, is it? Getting into a young girl's personal space and telling her not to have any boyfriends until she's 30. And look at how the alarmed Secret Service dude tries to stop this being taped once he sees that Joe has reverted back to this peculiar behaviour.
We got your T-shirt, you done left fingerprints and all. You are so dumb. You are really dumb, for real.
Because this is nothing new. Indeed, creepy Joe being handsy, inappropriate and invading people's personal space was something the US media used to note. Even the far-left CNN used to report on his weird antics.
There are hugs where you just throw up your arms and go for it, and then there are hugs that keep going and going and going. Joe Biden wouldn't let Hillary go as they met on the tarmac at Scranton Airport. About 4 seconds into the hug, they semi-disengage. Nothing to see here, right? Wrong, because the vice president wouldn't unhand Hillary for almost 16 seconds.
Well, obviously we have a rapist. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up, trying to rape them. So y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband because they raping everybody out here.
Notice how many times she tries to tap out. She lets it go. He does not. She tap out. Nope, she's just, no, he's still holding on. Okay, second tap out. For God's sake, Joe, you got to let go.
This latest awkward hug would not have been microanalyzed if it hadn't been for all the other overly handy Biden moments. Critics collect them. Times when he gently rearranges a young girl's hair and whispers in her ear, then rearranges some more. There's nothing pervy here. The VP knows he's on camera at these swearing-in ceremonies, and the parents are right there as he leans in for a kiss.
Yes, in the days before Biden was president or running to be president, even leftist outlets were happy to tell you about his bizarre behaviour.
Perhaps his most famous hands-on moment came when he put his hands on the wife of Defense Secretary Ash Carter.
I've got a lot of thanks to give out here.
Conservatives panned it.
This is the creepiest thing.
And so did some liberals.
No, that ain't right, man. That ain't right. Why are you appeared to smell her hair?
At least the VP didn't get that close to Hillary.
Now, the late-night comedians used to marvel at Joe's disturbing episodes before Trump broke their brains and turned them into humorless DNC propagandists.
I can still see it! What could you possibly be saying to her?
I just came from a one-on-one interview with Vice President Biden. He swears he's seen the error of his ways, and for her part, this reporter believes him.
You don't have to come and confess that you did it. We're looking for you. We gonna find you. I'm letting you know now, so you can run and tell that.
Work hard, get dough. I can't get no sleep, please make my life more simple. Miles inside these shoes so I don't stomp, I tiptoe. Fell 1,000 times and still I roll no limp though. But I wouldn't trade a thing for what I have. I go hard, do what I need to make it last. They say the good die young, I hope I'm back. Cheers to my past, I'm doing great now, just in case they ask. In the booth and I lay it down, I might take a nap. And they thought I was playing around, I was up like my tax. Living fast, over limit on the freeway, hope no cops pass. Had to dip out for a minute, yeah that's my bad. But I can't stay for too long, I gotta go. I grab my bag and hit the dash, yeah adios. I drop the clutch and slam the gas, and it's vamonos. If you're not first and you're in last, Ricky Bobby quote, you gotta know. Work hard, get dough.
Streaming to you live from Spreaker.com and somewhere deep in the great upper Midwest. If you're ready for a ride, you can call NTR anytime by dialing the nationwide caller line at 1-507-384-9390. First-time callers can reach Night Talks Radio at 1-507-307-4424. Text Daniel and NTR exclusively at 1-218-689-7126. Now, from somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's your hosts, Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
Work hard, get dough. I can't get no sleep, please make my life more simple. Miles inside these shoes so I don't stomp, I tiptoe. Fell 1,000 times and still I roll no limp though. But I wouldn't trade a thing.
Good Lord. Folks, I feel like I was in a real-life version of Back to the Future. And we have now returned to the normal 2023 timeline.
Normal? What's normal these days?
Right. Now, we still may be screwed up, as a matter of fact. We could be on an alternate timeline. Who's the president?
I don't know.
I bet it's Biden. Let me check.
Sleepy
Yep, it's
Joe?
Biden. Fuck, we fucked up.
Shoot.
We gotta go back to the future. Folks, welcome. It is a joyous Friday night here in the great upper Midwest.
Well, technically Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. We'll go with Saturday morning, that's right. Because we had a knockout, drag-out battle fight with the audio system.
Yes, we did.
Jennifer was here to witness.
Well, that's what you get when we're not on for a long period of time, you know. I guess our system is saying, fuck you.
It did. Well, these systems are getting smarter. You know, they have AI in them.
I know. Scary.
And the audio system said, well, if you don't use me, you can go ahead and fuck off.
Yep, pretty much.
And I'm going to start a problem for you that you won't be able to solve for 2 hours.
Yeah, it can't just be an easy fix for like 10 minutes. It has to be a long 2-hour project.
No, yes, it can only be one way, and yes, it will be about 2 hours long. But we finally mastered it, okay? We beat it back down.
In kind of an odd way. We had to switch some microphones around and everything. And it's just kind of odd, but it
the
works.
studio is quite different looking, folks. It doesn't look the same. I will be figuring the audio out tomorrow.
Well, good, because I think we have a guest coming on possibly Sunday.
We may have a guest. The show is Last Blast. Technically, it's supposed to be the last show, the season finale, of season 4. And Tuesday, we would be kicking off season 5, which, of course, is the kickoff to the second annual Summer Nights series.
Yes.
But this could be part 1 of 2 final episodes.
Yeah.
We shall let you know tomorrow if that is the case.
Yes, we shall.
And so, yes, we got around the audio issue, thank God. Okay, we don't have to worry about that.
We are still alive.
We are still alive, obviously. This is not some sort of tape recording.
No.
Okay.
We've been battling some health issues, and stuff. Both Daniel and I, and stuff. So that's why we've been so scarce the last
I suspect that
few weeks.
Our listeners, our friends, and fans out there, I suspect that now, after being about 2 years nearly, come October,
right,
that they just assume that the first 30 minutes of when we're gone for a long period of time is going to be exactly this.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's going to be like, dude, we fell down like a massive cliff, we died, came back to life,
well, here's the thing is, if doctors would quit prescribing me things that I'm allergic to, so I have allergic reactions and end up in the hospital, I would be okay. But
that would be
no,
cool.
They don't pay attention to my medical chart, and they prescribe me things I'm allergic to, which cause me into the hospital, and then after that, it causes me another week
you into the hospital. Morphed you.
Yeah, it put me into the hospital anyway, which causes me another week of basically trying to get my bearings back in order from my health issues.
On a realistic note, though, that is absolutely ridiculous.
It is, because they don't look at your chart. They're so quick to get you in and out.
These individuals that are getting paid, massive amounts of money, decent money anyway, they don't have to worry. Okay. Nope. They can't take 2 fucking seconds to look at a computer screen to see if perhaps you might be allergic to, say, I don't know, steroids.
Yep, but we naturally create a steroid in our body, so he doesn't understand.
The excuses.
The ER doctor doesn't understand how I can be allergic to steroids.
The body naturally makes steroids, but they're not the same as the ones you stick in your body.
No, and these are man-made steroids that we're sticking in our body, too.
Right, exactly. So, you would think since, it was before 2016, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Before 2016 even, that they would have figured this out by now, and anybody within this particular region would, one of the first things they would ask is that Jennifer Gregerson, Jesus Christ, keep steroids away from her.
Steroids, yep.
So, it's just absolutely insane. When you leave the door wide open, for lawsuits or malpractice, come on, guys.
Yep,
just
exactly.
Absolutely ridiculous.
It's just a matter of time before they screw up with someone else and someone ends up dead.
Oh, right, absolutely.
And right now they're just screwing with my body, and if my body is actually going to have problems in the long run because of it, but right now it isn't a major thing to them. Like, I'm not dying or anything, so therefore they don't care.
Well, the study that I was looking at, and I was talking to my doctor, as a matter of fact.
Right.
We have some great conversations about research papers and things like that, and new articles coming out to the medical community.
Yeah.
And yes, it is somewhere in the range of, this is actually pretty staggering, but 45% of doctors now, okay, so we're talking 2023, late 2022, literally play you off. They don't listen to you.
Right.
They believe that they know far more than you.
Yep.
And anything you have to say, about your own body what goes into your body, the symptoms that you're having, no. They don't care what you have to say. They have determined what the issue is. You are on your way out. We will call the police for lawyering if you don't leave.
Yeah, right.
So that's essentially what it is. 45 fucking percent.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
You know, and so if you recall the 80s, God, what a wonderful time, by the way. I miss the fucking 80s.
Well, I used to have a doctor who was old-fashioned, and you'd go in and you'd tell him what was going wrong with you, or what was going on with you. And he would go through everything with you to the T and make sure that you understood everything
good
before
doctor.
he let you go for that time.
Plug! Holy shit! I missed that plug almost.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I said?
The good doctor. Yeah.
A good doctor. Okay, so a wonderful show, ABC. Anyway, no, a good doctor, okay, would do those things.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
what they're supposed to do.
Right.
That's why you make all that money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It's not for you to be like, okay, I have determined you have this within 5 minutes and that's it, you're gone by. Yeah. No, you have a lot of shit to do, pal. Okay? A lot of paperwork, a lot of scanning of things, imaging of things, okay? Mm-hmm. Asking questions, looking. Just a cavalcade. Okay, this allows you to have the title doctor, okay, and have a fucking mansion, okay, with 5 cars.
Right.
Okay, so, but yes, in the 80s, you couldn't leave a hospital. Literally, I'm not joking about this. We've talked about this several times. Yep. You couldn't leave a hospital unless you were absolutely satisfied.
Yep.
That your pain or issue was fully and completely taken care of.
Right.
Okay? And we're talking if your pain wasn't a fucking 0. Okay?
Right.
They got that scale now, that 0 to 10.
Yeah.
If it wasn't a fucking 0, or like a -0, okay, and they were literally shooting like a Percocet gun at you.
Oh, Jesus.
And it wasn't working, then it would be next level type shit. Okay? Yeah. So, that was the 80s, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. People cared about other people, the human race. Now it's complete opposite. They're afraid of lawsuits.
Yep.
Because of the the socialist government allowing every illegal alien from across the country of Mexico and further down into South America and shit, even the globe, folks, as they've been catching some Russian individuals coming through as well. They brought fentanyl into the picture.
Yep.
Okay. Mixing it with other types of drugs, and this and that. And because of a few the fucking people that aren't even supposed to fucking be here.
Right.
Okay, it's kind of like fucking, Clerks. It's like, I'm not even fucking supposed to be here today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, plug for the movie Clerks 1, 2, and I believe there's 3. Part 3. So, I don't know where that plug would go to. Miramax?
Well, I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
Interesting. Okay. But anyway, so, because of a small few, okay, dickwads, we all
have to suffer
the consequences.
Yep.
Okay, good law-abiding citizens. I mean, this can be said for the Second Amendment as well.
Yep.
Okay, these are interchangeable. But yeah, we have to suffer. So now you have to fucking suck a dick or two just to get fucking 40 tramadol. Okay, you know what I mean? Yeah. Your fucking arm could be hanging off by a nerve thread.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And they're like, woo. You know what? They're like, if you think you're getting a tramadol, pal, yeah, you go home and you take yourself an extra Tylenol.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, right. Fucking thanks. That should work out fucking super fine.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, you have to be literally on the brink Okay, the fucking brink of death.
Yeah.
Okay, to get like a tramadol.
But then again, who's going to help you after that too? Because they want, population control and everything like that too. So, maybe they'll just let you die.
Well, I'm assuming that's part of it, letting you die.
Yep.
There's a multitude of things that are working right alongside of that. If you want to talk about depopulation,
yep.
Well, yes, of course. Medicine would be one of them.
Yeah,
look at Canada, for example. I mean, you could just walk into the doctor now and be like, "Hey, I had a fucking shitty day. You know what? I got a fucking like a parking ticket. My boss was displeased with some of my efforts today." Okay, who's your favorite sports team? The Kansas City Chiefs lost. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to do about that? You know what? Can you just go ahead and fucking kill me? Sure. Just sign these papers here, and we'll get that done for you, sir, in about 24 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Just go home and say goodbye to your family. Okay. Thank you. Just like what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck just happened?
Yeah. Right.
So, Kimmy, I know Kimmy's got the answers to this one. And, of course, Mr. Brad from Newmarket.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, remember when we were all jazzed up about the suicide doctor here in the United States?
Yeah.
Many, many moons ago?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, weren't they trying to, like, jail
yeah, well,
him
it was,
and stuff?
and he was a doctor that was, he was killing people. He was doing it peacefully and this and that, but there was a big fucking uproar about that. Holy fucking Christ, you are not God. What are you doing? And, but here comes fucking Canada, having a bad day. You know what? We're a little short on Xanax, so we're going to go ahead and fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of music you want playing in the fucking background when you go?
Yeah.
That's about it.
Oh, you can have your pet too for a little while.
You got, yes, you can, isn't it true? You can take your pet with you, like obviously not to the other side, but what I'm saying is, you can have it with you as you're
dying,
doing the deed, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could die with your fucking animal in your arms. Give your fucking animal, PTSD for the rest of its fucking life.
Jesus.
Imagine one of those little white fucking fuzzball, snowball looking motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Little barkers. Fucking ankle biters. That motherfucker's gonna be depressed the rest of its fucking life.
Right.
Like, thank you, Canada. Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
But, it's I mean, every day. Every day. Literally, we were trying to get, we were going to do Tuesday through Thursday this past week.
Yeah.
Okay, it'd be like a week of season finale shows.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like news, and especially dumb fucking shit news, has been changing, quicker than you can.
Quicker than anything.
I mean, I don't look at me. I'm completely baffled.
Yeah.
I mean, quicker than you could say fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just
a cavalcade of news.
Absolutely insane. We have so much to get to in the next couple of hours. You know what? But before we get to the absolute mess of a world that we currently live in. We're just talking about that suicide thing. Like, I didn't say I'm not thinking about it. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, God, another day here in this fucking world. Or should I go and have a little chat with Trudeau? Okay, but, no. How about we just start, we bring the volume down.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to bring it down. And we're gonna start the Friday special with what? Are we doing some poetry?
We are. We're gonna do some poetry from the Black Book.
The Black Book is back out for the season finale, the possible season finale.
Yeah, I've got just some short poems tonight, so there'll be about 3 maybe.
Hey, whatever. Take our minds away. Take it away from this horrible, evil
All right.
World.
So here goes.
Here we go. Jennifer Grayson.
All right. This is called Tender Heart. How little we know of another's woe, we do not know our own heart. Can we play a loving part as friend to help and cheer, and when needed, be near? And that's by Eva C. Dowling.
I like that one. You know why? Because that rhymed.
Yeah,
it rhymed quite a bit. And I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah. Here's another one called Friends. Friends may not always understand.
Great TV show. Great TV
Friends
show.
may not always agree. Friends are willing to listen, though, and extend kind sympathy. This is from Madeline Estland.
Okay, I'm kind of gonna walk in on you here real quick.
Yep, okay.
What did I say? Kimmy. She does have her ear holes tuned in.
Yeah.
To the fastest growing all-topic conservative radio talk show in the great Upper Midwest and the Great Lakes region. She has stated... that was a horrible British accent, by the way. I do apologize. That I was gonna go Aussie on that one.
Yeah.
But it sort of morphed into a fucking like a British Aussie.
Yeah.
And then from there, it completely derailed like the train from fucking Super 8. So the Aussie part of me, talking about, see how it's mixing in there?
Mm-hmm.
That's, you know what, I'm getting older. There's connections not being made back there. And, yeah, I'm pretty much fucked. I probably have Parkinson's or something. But, no. Okay, so Kimmy has informed me that MAID, okay, M-A-I-D, okay, has been delayed for people with mental health issues until 2024. And she does have an article that she has posted along with that, and we will share that with NTRN chat and NTRN Facebook.
Okay.
So there we go. If you like that there, if you want to learn more about killing yourself, see, now it's turning into an Australian, and then it will go back to talking British here.
Oh,
but if you'd like Foster's and play some cricket and get a boomerang.
Oh, Jesus.
And,
okay, come on now.
Sometimes I make my own fucking self fucking shit myself. I'm so funny.
All right.
You gotta watch out for shacks.
All right, this is called Drifting Along.
I'm done.
When the flowers have lost
Live
their fragrance and the
like,
sky's
get
no
these
longer
fuckers off the
blue,
radio.
when the sun doesn't shine each morning, then I'll know that I've lost you. But when my garden blossoms and its perfume fills the air, when each day is filled with sunshines, then I'll know that you still care. When at night the stars are shining and the new moon comes in view, then you'll have no cause for pining, for you'll know I love you too. We'll go drifting down the river beneath the moonlight sky, and sweethearts will be forever as the world goes drifting by.
I like that.
And that's by Charles M. Bignell.
No, I really like it.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking since 2023.
And that's it for the poems.
Wow, we had some moments of peace there.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty magical. But when I was doing the half UK Australian voice, I forgot to mention New Zealanders in there. I don't want to be fucking racist because it's 2023. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You understand where I'm coming from here?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm see, that's where it is right there. It's that part.
You're gonna screw it up.
You got it. You kind of have to. It's like asking a question, really.
Yeah.
You got so. Okay, so let's see. Talk about. We were talking. See, if you do the bees, if you're talking about cricket, then it kind of turns into UK.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you're talking about Foster's a beer.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're asking a question.
Yeah.
You sound Australian.
Yeah.
Okay, because you're constantly asking a question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how you get the Australian part out, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to look out for boomerangs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Sharks, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. You know who Steve Irwin is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And we go play cricket in New Zealand,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. There we go. So we're talking a mix of Australian, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yep,
Okay.
yep.
And New Zealanders. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
okay.
Cheers to you, mate.
All right.
And you have a great show here on NTRN, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Correct.
All right. Yep.
Okay. Bye bye.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
You have a great day now.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Cheers, y'all.
All right.
Cheers, y'all. Who did that? Who was that? That was an Australian.
Oh gosh, I can't remember now.
Carly Rae? No. Cassidy Ray.
Cassidy Ray. Yeah. Cheers, y'all.
Cassidy Ray. Good
Yep.
singer, right? No?
Yeah. Yeah.
Urban country.
Yeah,
Out of Australia.
I gotta talk to her soon too to see how
She's got a new
everything
song
went
coming out.
here where did she go? She went to Nashville.
She's going to Nashville.
Yeah, she went to Nashville and
She's
she got,
going American, y'all.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
So no more Australian. She's coming to America.
Yep.
And she'll be talking like this.
Yeah.
Sort of a half Australian down south. Sort of don't look. I'm going to pull out my 6-shooter. I don't know where the fuck I have fucking. Did somebody slip me some fucking mushrooms before the show?
I don't know.
Jesus.
Top of the morning to you,
Gotta
eh?
start taking drug tests before the show starts, yeah, right?
Hey,
Yeah?
top of your morning?
Top of the morning. Now that would be fucking like Scottish or like halfling from like Lord of the Rings.
Halfling.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning?
Right.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Okay, well, I don't even know what we're doing.
All right,
Let's do it.
we're gonna go with astronomical insights. So we're gonna talk about the horoscope.
Astronomical.
for
Wait.
tomorrow.
Astronomical. Insights, y'all. Or should I say insights, y'all? Right?
Yeah,
Yes?
yeah.
Astronomical
Yeah.
insights?
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Great.
All
This
right.
is great
Stop
stuff.
with
I
the talking.
absolutely love this stuff
Let's
here.
go talk about English now, okay?
I would like to be back on the show.
Yeah, let's talk about English now. All right. The horoscopes for tomorrow, July 8th. Aries.
Yes.
The further you extend your emotions today, the more
Right.
prosperous you will become. Don't be afraid of new things, and the new things entering your life now will make the most sense later.
Really?
Trust your heart and know the right direction to take.
So, obviously, it's going south to Australia. Possibly New Zealand, yeah? Right?
Is your heart telling you to go south?
I got a book right over there that says Australia.
Well, there you go.
We've been looking at. I would like to box a kangaroo. That's God damn it. I'm starting to fuck it up.
All right, that's
go ahead.
enough now.
Who's next?
All
I'm
right,
done.
Taurus. It may seem like people aren't taking things seriously lately. Maybe you need to lighten up a bit and have a little fun. Life is a game. Don't take things too seriously or be so hard on yourself. Gemini. Don't turn down any opportunities today. Realize that success doesn't always point in the right direction. Prosperity comes when you act freely and instinctively. This is one of those days when an unmarked door could lead you to the path of happiness you deserve.
Really?
Cancer. It's time to put your plans in motion today. Make a valuable connection with others. Don't hesitate to ask for help if you need it.
I need help.
Well, we already know that. You need a lot of help.
Multiple things I need help on.
Leo, go for the gold. Don't settle for less. There's an energy on your side urging you to focus on every aspect of your life. Take control of the situation and act on your emotions. Don't worry so much on taking care of others. Focus on taking care of yourself as well. Virgo, the more you vacillate, the more...
Facilitate?
Vacillate.
I don't know what country you're in. Let me read this.
Facilitate.
Facilitate. There should be a T.
Yeah, facilitate.
You're making...
That's what I said.
Okay,
I'm out of here. The more valuable time and energy you waste. Take a stance and be confident about your choices. Give it everything you've got and take control of your life before someone else does. Libra. Arguments could quickly turn into declarations of war today. Try not to let things get out of control and work on your communication skills because communication is the key to any situation. Scorpio, Kimmy and Karen. Your life is taking off in many directions lately. It may be difficult to get a solid grip on anything right now. Just take a step back, reevaluate your situation, listen to the signs around you, and realize you have gotten this far already, and you can do this looking forward. Sagittarius. There's a terrific feeling of expansion in the air. Projects are moving quickly, and set your dreams in motion. You can accomplish a great deal if you try. Capricorn. Everything may seem out of control today. Don't stress out. Focus on new ways to work through the situation. And maybe practice some yoga or meditation tonight.
There you go.
Aquarius. It's time to take charge today. Expand your mind, and the rewards will be tremendous.
Tremendous.
Stay active. You will attract beneficial people and situations later on. And Pisces. Concentrate on what you already have. Don't waste your time on meaningless issues. Focus on prosperities. And the more balanced and stable your emotions can be today, the more prosperity will come into your life.
There you fucking go. Yeah.
And that is the horoscopes for tomorrow.
Tomorrow. That would be Saturday, July 8th.
Yes, that is correct. Now
What
we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about the things associated with your zodiac. Now, this is one thing that I'm not quite sure if this matches a lot of people or not.
Okay.
But I thought it was interesting.
So you're going to test it out for the first time.
What is your handwriting? According to your zodiac, Aries, your handwriting should be fast and sloppy, but probably in all caps.
Ooh. Let me go ahead and evaluate that. Okay.
You are in all caps.
There is we are in agreement with the all caps.
Yep.
I tend to write all caps.
Okay. You are not fast. You are not
I
sloppy.
am not
You're
fast.
Very neat.
And from doing graphic novels and things of that nature, I am extremely neat when I write. As a matter of fact,
you wouldn't even think
to the
that
point
he is a
OCD.
man writing. You would think it's a woman writing.
Yeah, right. I've gotten that several times. I don't know what the difference there is, but no, I've gotten that several times. I've gotten compliments, when I with the railroad train master saying, "Wow, they can actually read."
Right.
Well,
because most of the time
like
men are in such a hurry that they just do kind of chicken scratch.
Right. If you just take a few extra seconds, you can write something out really nice and neat.
Extra seconds is extra minutes with you.
I mean, it's whatever. You're not a bad person because you take extra time.
No, not at all.
But I'm just saying, look at the doctors, for example. They're so messy with their writing and signatures, because they're just like, boop, 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 and it's all done with. I take my time, There's some things that I really treasure.
Right.
And writing's one of them.
So Taurus.
Moving on.
Yours is supposed to be small and slanted.
So how the fuck we...
Gemini, you're supposed to be pretty cursive. Leo is supposed to be big and neat. Virgo, straight and neat. Okay, with me, mine can be very, very neat. If I'm writing really, really fast, it can be kind of, sloppy or whatever, and stuff. But I've never really been able to write straight, and I'm not sure if it's because I'm, legally blind pretty much in my left eye. So everything kind of is, not really straight to me in the first place. I see a little bit different than other people. That could be why. I'm not quite sure. Because I know even if I were to go up and I write on a board, and the board is in front of me, and I want to try and write as straight as possible, when I back away from that board, my letters or my sentences or whatever I write up there is going to be at a slant. It's always a downward slant. There's never an upward slant. So that's the thing that's really strange.
Right. Well, it's sort of that eye of the beholder thing that I spoke about a while ago. How if you were to take yourself and copy yourself and put yourself on the street,
right?
Okay, and you were to walk by yourself,
right?
In all actuality, you probably wouldn't recognize yourself at all.
No, probably not.
Okay, because you have only ever looked at a reflection, one way of yourself,
right?
Okay, you've actually never and never will see yourself with your own eyes,
right?
Okay, but I used to have the issue. I started learning a little bit more about it, using different mirror angles and things like that. But I used to have this thing where before I met you, man, I really shaved my my Van Dyke. By the way, that's what it was called, Van Dyke, to the side.
Oh.
Okay, and it really pissed me off because. I could still see it.
Yeah.
Even though in my head, that looks right, because I've always ever seen myself that way.
Right.
I knew to the public that they're like, my God, can't that son of a bitch, shave fucking straight, So, I started using different techniques to make sure that I got it as straight as possible. Now, to me, it looked odd.
Yeah.
Okay? I felt that it was off. I had to resist the urge to try to fix it.
Right.
Because then technically I was messing it up.
Right.
Because at that moment it was fixed.
Yeah.
That's whatever the fuck we were talking about.
Well, it's a given that one side of your hair is actually thicker than the other side.
Right, could be. Yeah,
It is a given on that one.
That's
why a lot of people have a hard time when they cut their own hair and stuff like that. They can't figure it out, and stuff.
Right.
Because one side is thicker than the other one. So they're trying to compensate and try and work them together and stuff, make it look good and everything together. But see, the thing is, it's absolutely impossible to get it together the exact same way on one side versus the other side, because that hair is thicker no matter what.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
So,
Libra, you're supposed to have a fancy, and you're supposed to be really loopy with your letters.
Loopy.
Now, this is another one we can test, if Kimmy wants to give us a message here. Scorpio.
She's gonna have to give a message, because or she can go to the chat room.
Yeah, Scorpio.
I disabled Escape.
Right. I'm just talking about send you a message
now. I'm just letting everybody know. Can I just, is that okay with you?
Yes, that's fine.
Jesus Christ. I mean, somebody open a window in here. It's getting really super hot.
All right, so Scorpio, I guess it says that your handwriting is supposed to be intense. Intense, and that's
what do you
all
mean?
it
Like
says.
it has a Glock or something?
I don't know. It just says intense. So, I mean, if you think that your handwriting is intense, Kimmy, message us and let us know if I'm right on that or wrong. All right, Sagittarius, you're supposed to have sloppy cursive writing. Capricorn is supposed to be quick cursive writing. Aquarius, you're supposed to be very small with uppercase letters and extremely small lowercase letters.
Mm.
And Pisces, yours is supposed to be tiny, slanted, and sloppy. So
slanted and sloppy.
Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see, if anyone is close to that, I mean, Kimmy would probably be the best to tell us on that one.
Like, if I was a female, like, that, that would probably be, like, one of the worst, like, one-night stands ever. Hey, how was your date last night? You don't want to know. It was sideways, sloppy, and fucking whatever. Your roomie's just like, oh, okay. I understand.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Where'd you go? Here's a Minnesota one, regional.
Leave it to you.
Where did you go? The Rusty Nail. Well, that's your fault. You know what? I imagine in every town there probably is a Rusty Nail.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And it probably is like the last place that you want to be.
What is it? Glenwood has those that one place, that you said that.
Glenwood, they've upgraded. Well, they did upgrade.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way. But in general, like TRF and the Rusty Nail,
right.
I would imagine in most towns or
you
cities there's a fucking Rusty Nail
bar,
that is just fucking barf. Okay? Like, you fucking wake up and you're like, dude, did I... Okay. It's time to stop drinking when you fucking end up waking up next to a fucking moose.
Oh, jeez.
You may live in Minnesota. It doesn't mean you have to wake up next to a fucking moose.
Oh, jeez.
So, good lord. Good lord. So, yeah, anybody out there, word of recommendation?
Well, maybe you gotta stay out of the fields and stop chasing the moose at night.
Getting just... it's nothing else to do in the great upper Midwest. You just get fucked up. You drive by the local sheriff's department cruiser at 110 miles per hour.
I knew someone who used to go cow tipping when they were drunk. That was kind of fun. They tip over the cows.
Like, most people are probably like, dude, like, that doesn't even sound like fun or anything like that. Don't knock it till you fucking try it.
Yeah,
all right?
Let's
just put it that way. When you end up living in Minnesota for fucking damn, going on 10 years almost now.
Just go find a cow and tip it over and see if it's fun.
A fucking Friday night. You're like,
shit,
dude, get a fucking like a 30-pack of, red, white, and blue. And fucking just...
Get yourself all sauced.
Just get fucking sauced up.
And go cow
chase
tipping.
some moose.
Yeah.
And hey, would a lot of moose be called moose-eye?
I don't know. But
and then like, you would just have a fucking ball, man.
Yeah.
You look forward to Friday fucking night.
Well, yeah, I mean,
you
could go in the field, and stuff. I know I used to do when we were younger. We used to get in the field and we'd turn on our bright lights and everything, and we'd chase the deer around the field.
And again, people are like the fuck.
It's fun, you know? I mean, come on.
You just
what are you
don't
gonna do
know.
on Friday, Saturday night, when you're not old enough to drink and go to the bar or anything like that.
Right.
You hop in the truck
I
go ditch jumping was one of them, and then another ditch jumping, and another one was chasing the cows and the deer through the field.
I remember when I was working with the railroad, and one of my conductor buddies, his nickname was Milkman.
Milkman.
And not for any nefarious purposes. He was actually the town milkman. I think not. That was his nickname. He fucking dropped milk off back in the day.
Well, there you go.
So how about that? But anyway, so he was around for a while when I came about into the picture in 2014. And, he'd tell me stories and all that. And eventually I got to go to his fucking LAN parties and shit with a giant, massive garage with, every guy toy. And then a basement just decked out, you know. But no, he'd take the... you see on the trains, the conductors got to have they're called fusies and stuff. Most of the time you end up not having to use them, but train masters and things like that like to use them to test you, to try and stop the train on a certain, milepost or whatever the hell.
Right.
Basically, they're giant, blinding red sparklers. Okay? They look like a stick of TNT.
Yeah.
Mind you. But I couldn't. This is a whole other story. This could be a whole series, by the way. And I'm speaking about Zev.
Oh, yes.
Okay, Zev would be a totally, just a brand new series that we could start on a gentleman named
that
Zev
would just sit
Brown.
there and watch you sleep or whatever while he
very,
drinks
very
his
strange.
coffee.
But Zev was, he didn't drink too much at the time. Okay?
No.
And as a matter of fact, he was abnormally disappointed that I drank.
Oh, geez.
Okay, I'll just put it that way. It's kind of like, dude, like, I'm an adult. I can drink, pal.
Yeah.
He gives you that look, like,
yeah.
You dirty motherfucking son of a bitch. You know what I mean? And it's like, what the fuck? So anyway, he was taking me to Milkman's house for one of these gatherings, to which he did drink that night, by the way. But this is how desolate we are. Milkman was just throwing these TNT-like fusees lit into the open field and on the main highway. There was 6 or 7 of these just red blinding fusees. And I'm sure approaching cars thought there was like a massive jackknife or something that took place. And luckily, none of the state boys passed by.
Well, that's good.
But he's like, yeah, find me. He's like, wait a second. All of a sudden, you just saw these fucking things flying in the fucking air. I'm like, oh, you got fireworks. They're fucking fusees. You stole those from the railroad. I got a couple fucking 10,000 in the fucking garage. Like, holy shit.
Jesus.
So there's that.
Wow. Yeah, those are some exciting times. I'll tell you.
Oh boy. Yeah.
All right, so let's.
What do you got? You got something quick? You got something in about 3 minutes?
3 minutes. Oh, yes. Okay, well, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
All right, so astronomical insights. The sun's activity could peak 2 years earlier, according to experts. According to Live Science, the sun could reach solar maximum that could cause major problems for us by the end of the year. The solar cycle 25 began in December of 2019, according to NASA. At that time, scientists predicted the solar cycle to hit its climax in 2025, with a peak of 115 sunspots. Well, obviously, we have passed that already.
Oh, yeah.
And it says recent observation of sunspots and solar activity indicate it may be sooner. Alex James, a solar physicist, at the University of College London, said it's going to peak earlier and higher than expected. As of January alone, scientists observed more than 140 sunspots.
Well,
when no more than 63 were predicted.
Out of the entire time the universe has been in existence, us, merely a grain of sand in time.
Right.
Happen to be born right in the sweet spot when it was a warming period.
Yeah.
Right at the part that it was going to start getting super fucking hot.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it next hour. Heat domes.
I'll just tell you right now, though, the sun activity is not done yet.
Oh,
and,
no. The sun is...
It's just starting, basically. I mean, if it's had 140 sunspots come out since January alone, you just imagine how many is out now.
Let's put it this way. The sun's had, fucking 10 Jaeger bombs, fucking 20 tall boys. The police have been over twice with warnings for domestic disturbance and or violence. And he has made another bad move by going into the bedroom and grabbing his 9mm.
Yeah, that sun, is going to keep on erupting all summer long.
He's just all night long, all night. As soon as you said that, it's the first thing I thought
That
of.
all summer long.
I know, but it reminded me of that. So, but you know what? We're gonna have to take a Brizik.
Brizik. Well, when we come back, we're gonna go on with some more astronomical news, along with pretty much the facts of the day and the news that you can use.
News you can use and all kinds of wonderful, pleasant stuff. Psych! I lied. It's gonna be fucking horrible. This is NTRN Daily Special Friday Edition. We'll be right back!
We've been on and off, in and out, up and down too many times. Now it's time. Show me what you got. Some say that it's the little things. I say that it's a big old ring. Anything to hear you say I do. It ain't the way that you see me. It ain't the way that you kiss. It ain't the way that you please me. It's just the way that it
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chris from the White House, and you're listening to NTRN, the fastest growing all-topic conservative broadcast in the great upper Midwest, as well as the Great Lakes region. Stay dialed in. More NTRN is just ahead.
waited all my life for someone like you to show. Now that you're mine, it's so hard to take things slow. Oh, don't wanna wait another day, don't want our fire to fade to glow. We're going under the weather, harder than ever, higher than high we go. I'm flying light as a feather when we're together. I'm falling like a domino. I wanna scream and shout, keep it up all night. I wanna scream and shout, keep it up all night. I wanna scream and shout, keep it up all night. I wanna scream and shout, until we get it right. 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 Spending all my days wishing I was someone else. Now the tables are turned and I climb right out as well. Someone granted my plea like a coin in a wishing well. We're going under the weather, harder than ever, higher than high we go. I'm flying light as a feather when we're together. I'm falling like a domino. I wanna scream and shout, keep it up all night. I wanna scream and shout, keep it up all night. I wanna scream and shout, keep it up all night. I wanna scream and shout, until we get it right. Until we get it right. Until we get it right. wanna scream and shout, keep it up all night. I wanna scream and shout, keep it up all night. I wanna scream and shout, keep it up all night. I wanna scream and shout, keep it up all night. Until we get it right. Until we get it right. Until we get it right.
Yeah, you got me thinking. Oh, you got me thinking out loud. You kept me waiting, waiting for the next time around. My heart is beating faster than the beat of a drum. Oh, we're all excited, just waiting for the night to come. I'm getting ready, ready, 'cause we're second tonight. Oh, won't you come a little closer? When you got what you need, when you hurt, you still bleed. Well, it's time that you come down. Without love, when you're down on your luck, you can make it. Without love, we all fall hard. Oh, you got me spinning, spinning.
Streaming to you live from Spreaker.com and somewhere deep in the great upper Midwest. If you're ready for a ride, you can call NTR anytime by dialing the nationwide caller line at 1-507-384-9390. First-time callers can reach Night Talks Radio at 1-507-307-4424. Text Daniel and NTR exclusively at 1-218-689-7126. Now, from somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's your hosts, Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
When you're down on your luck, you can make it. Without love, we
Welcome back. NTRN Daily Special Friday night edition. Jennifer, would that be correct?
Friday night, Saturday morning edition.
There you go. Saturday night, Friday night, Saturday morning. This is getting too confusing. I quit. I'm going back to KXL and work for that nice gentleman that I worked for a couple years back. What was his name? Can't remember his name now. But he was so nice.
Oh, yeah,
He was so nice to his fans. He was so nice to his employees.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, why did I ever quit?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, sure.
So, I'll be debating that. Maybe one more season of this, and I'll go back to KXL.
No.
Nah, I'm fucking around.
Mm-hmm. I'll divorce you if you go that way.
Ooh, not going back, everybody. All right, Jennifer, what do you got?
Well, we have some more astronomical insights with the astronomical news.
Do it.
All right, so more UFO reports emerge as a Marine breaks 14 years silence with incredible tale. This is an interesting one, though. All right, so ever since a UFO whistleblower announced that he had handed over lots of documents to the Congress, Michael Heria, who served 4 years in the Marines, testified under oath to the government's UFO investigation team, as well as appearing before the Senate committee, was sent on a Navy mission. Following the Sumatra earthquake in Indonesia. In 2009.
Yes.
He and 5 of his comrades saw a flying octagon-shaped saucer being loaded with weapons.
What?
When they were noticed, they were threatened at gunpoint by unmarked U.S. forces.
Really?
He said the thing was massive, the size of a football field. The craft was changing colors, and it had a hum to it like a transformer sound or a guitar amp. But yet the government still says that there is no such thing as UFOs pretty much out there.
No.
You know,
Not a chance.
So,
Not a chance. We're the only ones.
right, exactly. Nice cover up. Nice cover up.
I forgot what senator it was. It might not even have been a senator, but
Right.
had said now that there's this sort of breakthrough of people, telling their stories.
Yeah. Yeah, coming forward.
And it's happening more and more as
Right.
well, like new stories, fresh stories, and they're
Yeah.
coming forward. It's sort of like what we talked about last year with Joe Chase, everybody, about if people would just start coming forward with
Yep.
things,
Yep.
that it would lighten the load for people that actually want to come out and speak.
Right. Well, I think that UFO committee, that big, huge thing that was, put out here a year and a half ago or something like that.
The commission
Yeah,
report,
exactly.
which was just like, wow.
I think that was a bunch of bullshit, but I think it got
you
people
would
actually
be
coming
correct,
forward.
sir.
And I think it got them actually coming forward and start talking about it a little bit more.
Well, yeah, absolutely. That's all we've been trying to say. Regardless of what it is,
Right.
whether paranormal, inner consciousness,
Yep.
you name it, and here we go, UAPs or UFOs. It just takes one or two people, folks.
Yep.
Okay, one or two people that might be, in a higher position.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to where they'll be heard. Okay,
Yep.
but once it's out there, the gates are open, man.
Right.
And
right.
that's the time to strike when the iron's hot.
Yep.
Get your stories out there, get everything out there, things that you may have experienced, other people, whatever.
Right. Exactly.
Get everybody and go.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah. I would imagine, as a matter of fact, the guy had mentioned that he believes this is just the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
That look forward just throughout the summer alone
Oh, yeah.
for thousands.
Well, people are going to come forward, yeah.
Thousands.
People are not going to stay silent anymore.
No.
I mean, look
No.
at that. Look at that one Marine, like I just talked about. 14 years of silence he breaks.
Mm.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, people are not coming. They're not staying back anymore on the back burner.
Well, look at the individuals from last year, the female fighter pilot and the male fighter pilot. Those were the true sort of first real big ones
Yep.
to come out and do, interviews and things like that. And then you have individuals, like you were just talking about, the Marine, who have been just holding this shit in.
Yep.
Because you're going back to 2002, 2000, and people have just been sitting on this. And just as bad as, back in the day, to let it be exposed that you're gay in the military.
Yeah.
It was just as bad as that.
Right.
Your career would be nothing but jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the guy that see the little green fucking alien over there.
The thing is
You know
that,
what I mean?
you can't come forward when you're in the military and everything like that because I suppose they jeopardize, you can jeopardize your job.
Well,
and
they say your safety and
are waiting until retirement and then coming forward.
Right. But I think even that's going to change. It's going to get to the point where military, staff and officials, they're not going to even want to fucking go out there until they fucking know the truth.
No.
Okay, so what if you're out in the middle of a fucking, an aircraft carrier?
Right.
Where one of these incidences take place, you're going to want to know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, you're going to
Okay, do you even have weapons capable of defending yourself?
Right.
We're not even talking about attacking. We're talking about defending your fucking self.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
So I think very quickly that whole faux pas of not saying anything whilst in the military, that's going to change as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
But
we have
it has to change.
a lot to look forward to in terms of UAP UFOs in the summer of 2023.
Yes, and then we actually have a lot of new guests coming on to talk a little bit more about
in detail.
UFOs, their experiences, their investigations, and everything like that too. So
That's right.
It's going to be a lot of interesting things this summer.
We're going to be focusing more. Well, we typically do during the Summer Night series is focus more on UAP, UFO, alien. Type events, things like that. When fall comes around, it switches to paranormal and ghosts and such. But no, the Summer Night series really is based around UFOs.
Yeah, there are things happening in the sky. Yep.
So.
All right. So, science has come a little bit more closer, meaning the Large Hadron Collider may be closer on finding the missing antimatter. Okay? So through more precise measurements, large improvements have been made in their knowledge.
That doesn't scare you? Just a smite?
No, not really.
So you got a 16-mile long racetrack, essentially.
Right.
Okay. That they're speeding. Okay, like atoms and protons. And all this other stuff, at each other, and then colliding.
Right.
At the fastest possible speed to recreate, essentially, what the Big Bang was.
Well, yeah. See, and here's the thing: is this is what
if something
they're saying.
goes wrong,
They found out right now is that the Big Bang should not have happened at all. Okay, because here's the thing: is when the Big Bang happened, there should have been a process where the antimatter and the matter should have been exactly the same. But for some reason, something happened in the universe that set it off. And the antimatter and the matter were actually
you get into the God particle.
They weren't completely the same. Which is also a good thing, though, because if they were the same, it would have created a big, huge, basically black hole, and we would have been dead.
That's the part that kind of gets me. The things that we've done throughout the past 70 years. Oppenheimer getting ready to come out to movie theaters.
Right.
I definitely want to see that. A lot of good things coming out about that movie. So,
right.
But no, I was going to say is the fact that when they were developing that atomic weapon, they didn't know if it was going to cause a chain reaction and destroy the planet.
No.
Okay, and every fucking living thing on it.
Right.
Okay, and here we go again with the Hadron Collider, just like, well, we know that it can fucking make a black hole and instantly just devastate, life as we know it. Maybe we should think about this, and they're like, absolutely not, let's do this.
Well, right. Well, according to scientists, the atoms in our body are made of protons and neutrons, okay? Which are made up of 3 smaller particles called quarks, or baryons, okay?
Correct.
All right, so the particles are made up of 2 quarks, 1 quark, and 1 anti-quark, called mesons, okay? And they find to decay quickly, okay? But the 2 most important parameters in violating the decay of these mesons is basically that... they're not the same, okay?
This is the most fucking scientific thing you've ever done,
is that
by the way,
probing the decay of the approximately 349,000 mesons in our body, okay, showed
I guess
properties...
they ain't messing around.
Yeah, right? Showed both properties of angles and time of the decay, okay, depending on whether the meson is a matter or antimatter particle is what they need to figure out.
Yes.
So... they think that the antimatter, the missing antimatter, is inside of us, is what they're thinking now.
Okay.
So it's not missing.
Well,
The missing antimatter is not out there in space like they think it is. The God particle
It is
is
the
not
God
out
particle.
there in space like they think it is.
Yeah.
They're thinking the missing antimatter is inside us. Therefore, the God particle could very well be inside of us as well.
You're talking some manifest shit right now.
It's weird.
You're
It's
getting
weird.
deep.
It is weird, but that is kind of how scientists are kind of figuring things out right now.
Right. Well, just fucking, I don't care what you do over there, man. Figure it all out. Make sure you don't fucking create a black hole. Eh?
Right.
All
I
right,
know.
Sound good?
Yep.
Deal?
All right, so astronomical news, a massive ocean bigger than all oceans
Huge.
combined is discovered under
got the
Earth's
huge
surface. 71% of the Earth's surface is covered in water. So back in 2014, scientists discovered that we essentially have a reservoir of water beneath our feet.
Huge. Yes.
Huge water supply is buried 400 miles underground.
And this is, correct me here, but is it bigger than all of the tropical oceans combined?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it?
But it's not liquid, solid, or gas. It's
Really?
what they call a fourth molecule structure
Whoa.
of water.
Your mouth was like, fuck, I don't want to say that word.
Molecule.
You got a little bit of spittle coming out of your mouth? Molecular.
There you go. Molecular structure of water. Sorry.
Okay.
So basically, it's not liquid, not solid or gas. It's almost like
So it's just a fucking, it's just
inside.
man.
Well, it's inside a blue rock known as ringwood. Okay, ringwoodite. Okay?
Really?
And the Earth's mantle, and that's where it's located. Okay.
Wow.
The rock was discovered by scientists from the Northwestern University in Illinois using a
Wildcat.
seismometers.
Seismometers?
It measure the waves being generated by earthquakes across the U.S.
Okay.
So it's a device that they use for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they measured it to find out that it's inside this blue rock.
Wow.
Yep.
No, that really is interesting.
Not sure why it wouldn't be liquid or gas or anything like
Well,
that.
how far did you say it's underneath?
It's only
the
400
surface?
miles underneath.
Only. That is a massive amount.
I know, but I'm just saying that, it's not way deep there our core. It's just inside the mantle.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
they had there was a similar situation on a moon in our solar system, and man, like I said, I shouldn't have took those mushrooms before the show. But
Very funny.
there is also a surface ocean and a underground ocean as well.
Yeah.
Feeding into that. That's what I wanted to mention about Earth, feeding into that hollow Earth theory.
Right.
The surface has an ocean on it, and then inside surface has an ocean on
That's
it.
inside the core.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's not honestly that's not the first time that I've heard of that type of scenario with how you described it.
Right.
Okay, the way they described it on whatever fucking channel I fell down the rabbit hole on at
But
3
it's like
in the fucking morning.
molecular particles, of water.
It showed it like this.
Actual gases or anything.
Well, check this out. So it was like a fucking astronaut.
Yeah.
Okay, that they had designed just for visual purposes.
Right.
And so it was like this clear sort of thing. You couldn't really. There was no definite. You couldn't definitely see anything.
Right.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you were there.
Right.
There was some sort of level you were on.
Yeah.
I guess you could say. And the astronaut was like this, but there was nothing there really.
Floating.
It was just this white sort of vapor. I don't. And you just were floating as if it were water.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would imagine
Strange.
there could be a possibility that's what it's like here on our planet.
Yeah, well, we'll leave it
the
to the scientists to figure that out, I guess.
That's right. That's why they get paid the big bucks.
All right, so being that we just recently had, 4th of July.
Did we?
Okay. And July, pretty much here in America, we celebrate almost Independence Day all month long.
July, for, pure Americans,
right.
is just a wahoo sort of
right,
fucking month.
Fun
You know what I
party
mean?
time, yeah. All right, so I wanted to talk a little bit about what Independence Day is, when it is celebrated by other countries, and how. Okay, because each country has its own Independence Day.
This is very true for different reasons.
And how they celebrate it.
But if there's anybody out there listening to our show, which I know there is,
right?
Because of our numbers, we are approaching 1 million, by the way.
Ooh,
but
wow, I think we need a.
We are. Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Bam.
There. The near 1 million lightning bolt, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
But no, if you're from the United States, pure American.
Right.
Okay, and I know the reason why you have to explain our Independence Day.
Yeah.
Because it just so happens that some of our biggest fans are from India.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a whole other show as well, trying to explain that.
Right.
But to kind of let them know why,
Mm-hmm.
there's probably some don't know. You know what I mean? But if you're American, pure American, and you don't know, what Independence Day is, then just all you'd have to do is send me your address. Okay?
Okay. All right, so Independence Day, which is also called the 4th of July, is a federal holiday in the U.S., celebrating the Declaration of Independence, which was ratified
What's that?
by the Second Continental Congress
What's that?
on July 4th in 1776. It was established in the United States of America. All right, now the
Is that
Declaration
when we won our independence from the Romans?
No, listen.
Oh, okay.
Now the Declaration of Independence explains why 13 colonies regarded themselves
Colonies, you're so racist.
as independent sovereign states.
Oh my god.
No longer subject to the British colonial
Fucking
rule.
racist.
Okay? Now it is celebrated generally by fireworks, family reunions, concerts, barbecues, picnics, parades, and baseball games.
And if you live in the Chicagoland area, death. Go ahead.
So it also is honored annually too, and it is the National Day of the United States.
National Day of the United States.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So here we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about a few countries that celebrate their independence, when they celebrate their independence,
Okay.
why they celebrate it, and what they do.
Okay, sounds fun to me.
All right, so Bolivia
Bolivia.
celebrates their independence on August 6th.
August 6th. Okay.
Yep. They throw a 2-day party packed with marches, gun salutes, fireworks, music, parades, and carnivals.
I don't think you could have any type of festival, party, or carnival in Bolivia without firearms.
Right, right.
Go ahead.
So the main events basically are the military parades.
Okay.
And the national holiday is known as Dia de
As the
la
hanging of your
Patria.
enemies, huh? There, what?
Dia de la Patria.
Yeah, wow.
All right. Then you got Cambodia.
Cambodia.
Cambodia celebrates theirs on November 9th.
November 9th, okay.
Okay, their independence is basically marks Cambodia's 1953 liberation from the French rule. Okay?
From French occupation?
French rule.
French rule.
Yes. So their main celebration is festivals, parades, and fireworks.
Okay.
The main gathering point is the Phnom Penh Independent Monument.
Woo.
okay, which was built to mark the Cambodia's 1953 liberation from the French rule.
Okay.
India celebrates theirs on August 15th.
August 15th. Okay.
It symbolizes its freedom from the British rule. Saffron, white, and emerald green kites and the tricolor flag are flown throughout the country during this day.
Okay.
I'm assuming that they probably have festivals too and everything as well. I didn't mention that, but I'm sure.
I'd imagine most of these that you are speaking of have a similar feel to our Independence Day, but probably not even close to as long as we tend to celebrate the 4th of July. Like I said, the 4th of July is like July. Like when July comes up, you're like, it might be July 27th, but you're like, dude, it's the 4th of July. So, you know what I mean?
Yep. So Norway,
Norway!
They celebrate theirs on May 17th.
May 17th, and
this day celebrates the signing of the Constitution of Norway.
They gained their independence from fucking terrifying trolls.
I don't know. So it's basically marks a lot. They base it mainly on children. Okay, it's very important to them. The children are very important.
Because sometimes you gotta get your freedom.
The children
from those
march.
Children out there.
The children march with flags and banners. There are parades, activities, games, family and friend gatherings, and barbecues.
Okay.
Now Mexico celebrates theirs on September 16th. The house and streets are decorated, flags and lanterns are hung, and the light is lit up with fireworks.
And to celebrate at nighttime, you cross the fucking Rio Grande.
Yeah, right. Now, Australia. They celebrate theirs on January 26th. It's known as Australian Day. It celebrates the creation of the first British settlement in Australia.
Okay, kick ass.
It's celebrated with races.
With racists?
With races. So they race boats, ferries, and surfing. They have surfing races.
Go get all the races out there, right?
Races. Like you win in competitions.
I know. I
races.
get it now.
Yes.
I get it. Yes,
all right.
yes.
So, Costa Rica. Costa Rica celebrates their September 15th, and it's celebrated with traditional dancing. And I'm assuming
they sure know how to fucking dance out there. I'll give them that.
Now, South Korea has two of them.
I'm sorry, did you say South Korea?
South Korea has two of them. March 1st and August 15th.
So how the hell do you get two fucking Independence Day?
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so August 15th celebrates South Korea's independence from Japan and the creation of the South Korean government.
Okay.
All right.
I know where this is going.
March 1st celebrates the independence movement that helped liberate South Korea from Japanese and memorializes the men and women lost during the rebellion.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
I understand that.
So they celebrate them with ceremonies, displaying flags, and singing. Okay, then you got France. France is July 14th. They mark the storming of the Bastille prison in Paris, which was the start of the French Revolution. Bastille Day is the French National Day and is celebrated with dance, parties, parades, and fireworks.
Hey,
and lastly, you have Canada Day.
I was gonna say, man, this better not be done.
Canada Day was on July 1st. It was known as Dominion Day, and it's the National Day of Canada. It is celebrated the anniversary of the Canadian Confederation, which occurred on July 1st of 1867, and it's celebrated with fireworks, parades, barbecues, concerts, carnivals, fairs, and picnics.
So, literally, like the Independence Day for the United States.
Yeah,
essentially.
Pretty much, yep.
And it sounds like that's a month longer, too. You say July 1st?
July 1st, so they have it before us.
So it's before us, and they got the whole month of July, and they just...
if they choose to celebrate the whole month of
Oh,
July,
I'm
who
sure
knows?
there's plenty out there, eh? I think I know of one of them, by the way, that will be on New Music now coming up next week.
Yeah.
He's definitely a full Julyer.
Ah, there you go.
Like, my gas is in fast. Woo!
All right, so here goes with the NTRN facts of the day.
Facts of the day.
Okay.
Facts of the early fucking morning.
Australia is wider than the moon. Did you know that?
Wider than the moon?
Wider than the moon.
Okay.
So the moon is 34 kilometers in diameter, and Australia in east to west is almost 4,000 kilometers.
Crikey.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever you just said there. All right.
You're like, yeah.
I don't know what you just said, but okay.
Yeah, welcome to NTRN.
So it's illegal to own just one guinea pig in Switzerland. Did you know that?
It's legal to
It's
own just
illegal.
one?
It's
It's illegal to own just one. So you need many, is what you're saying.
No, because they're social animals.
Yeah.
So only having one of them
Yeah.
is considered animal abuse.
Oh, like, so you can't have any
You
then.
you have to have more than one. You can't just
Oh, you have to have
own
more than
one.
Okay, so that's where? Switzerland? Let me mark that down.
Switzerland, yep.
Alright, let me mark that down. Switzerland,
So the heart of a shrimp is located in its head because they
Really?
have an open circulatory system, which means they have no arteries, and their organs float directly into the blood.
Dude, that makes me feel awkward for some reason.
All right.
I don't
Did
know.
you know people are more creative in the shower?
Yeah, I have been on several occasions.
Because when we take a warm shower, we experience increased dopamine.
Dopamine.
Hmm?
I'm a dope head.
Did you know nutmeg is a hallucinogen?
No, how's
The
that work?
spice contains myristicin.
Sure.
Sorry, myristicin.
Yeah.
It's a natural compound
Absolutely.
that has mind-altering effects if ingested in large doses.
Really? So I don't even have to do anything to it?
Well,
I just have to take a lot of it?
If you take a lot of it, you'll be hallucinating.
So, Jennifer, do we have any nutmeg?
No, we don't have nutmeg.
Damn it.
I'm sorry.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show.
All right, so did you know a chef's hat has 100 pleats?
Whoa. Okay, say that softly and slowly.
A chef's hat has 100 pleats. Do you know why?
You're gonna tell me.
Yep.
Okay.
Because it's meant to represent the 100 ways you can cook an egg.
Well, I mean, you fucking learn something on this show new every fucking episode.
Yeah. Did you know Big Ben's clock Big Ben's clock stopped at 10:07 p.m. on May 27th, 2005?
No. What? Why?
Because of the extremely hot temperature.
To wind the fucker? What?
Because of the extremely hot temperature, it caused it to stop.
Oh, well, shit.
No.
Yeah, just give it a couple fucking weeks, folks.
Right, right. And
No,
did you
no.
know Queen Elizabeth II was a trained mechanic?
Okay, say that again?
Queen Elizabeth
Yeah.
II
Yeah.
was a trained mechanic.
Wow. Should you fix a fucking car and shit?
When she was 16 years old, she joined the British Employment Agency and learned the basics. Apparently, she could repair tires and engines.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
So there's actually a word for someone giving an opinion on something they know nothing about.
Asshole?
No. It is called ultra
Creepy piece of shit.
Ultra cryptidarian. That's what it is.
Well, I'm not going to take the fucking time to say that.
It is
word.
someone who voices thoughts beyond their expertise.
I will stick with, you're an asshole, buddy.
And there's only one Shell garage actually shaped like a shell. Did you know that?
Okay, one Shell garage. Are we speaking of the Shell gasoline company?
Yeah, there's only one that remains.
And it literally looks like a fucking shell?
Yep.
Now, the Shell logo, or like just a fucking shell you would find in the ocean?
Like a shell.
Where's that located?
So there were 8 of them built in 1930, and only one remains today in North Carolina.
North Carolina, huh?
Yep.
Might have to go check that bad boy out.
Kind of interesting, huh?
North Carolina, huh?
North Carolina. All right, so here we go with the NTRN news you can use.
Oh, shit.
Thomas, we're shaking. All right, for the first time in 42 years, back when Eddie Rabbit's I Love a Rainy Day, or I Love a Rainy Night, sorry.
I love a rainy night.
And Dolly Parton's 9 to 5 in 1981.
I'm working 9 to 5.
Country
Just to
stars.
make a living. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Country stars Morgan Wallen and Luke Combs hold the top 2 spots on the Billboard Top 100 charts.
Since.
This is the first time.
1981.
Since 1981. First time in 42 years.
On the Billboard Hot 100, 1 and 2 are country.
Yep.
Uh-oh. How long do you
boy.
think that's going to take before somebody calls racist?
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
So.
But listen to this. All right. So, in the University of Cincinnati, a professor is ordered to take free speech training after failing a straight A student for using binary woman.
Free. Why is it free? Why isn't that class costing that son of a bitch $25,000 or something like that?
Free speech training. Free speech training.
Wow,
Yeah.
you got me. See, it's the mushrooms I took before the show. Free speech. Gotcha. Yes, because biological woman, apparently not real.
Yeah.
Something like that.
All right, so Meta is challenging Elon Musk by creating a new platform called Threads. Threads was a made-for-TV movie out of the UK, United Kingdom, about a nuclear attack. So that's
by a Russian nuclear attack. It came out before, the day after, which was the United States version of Threads, made for TV movie.
Yep.
And it was basically, I was a kid. I was born in 1980. You were 81, obviously. It was basically made to just scare the living fucking shit out of you.
I bet.
As a kid, I don't know how adults felt at the time about it, but I know I was just horrified.
Yeah.
I mean, horrified, man. And, so they decided to come out with this challenging platform called Threads to try to take on Twitter and Elon Musk. And it's not going to work, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. We went down the shit roller coaster, and now we're coming back up.
Right.
Okay, we're going up on the shit coaster, hence we're leaving the shit area.
Yeah.
And we are proceeding to the non-shit area.
Right.
Okay, above the shit. Okay. Threads is not gonna fucking work. Like, let me go fucking sign up for that leftist fucking jerk-off session.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just not gonna happen. Imagine just walking into, like, a giant mansion. Everybody has, champagne. They got suits and ties on. They're talking about how wonderful the Biden administration is doing, and you come in with a t-shirt that says, if you don't like Trump, go fuck yourself and a 30-pack of Natty Light. Okay, so that's essentially that's what it would be like if you went to join Threads as a conservative.
Yeah, right.
You would be eyeballed and most likely banned anyway within the first 24 hours.
Well, see,
so
that's interesting that you say that because there is a judge that actually ordered that they can't do that kind of stuff anymore.
But
yeah,
they're going to
I'll
follow
let
that.
you know a little bit more about that later on. All right, so the White House hangs the LGBTQ flag in the middle outside. Okay.
Oh, well, basically,
of the American flag.
The number one spot, y'all. Okay.
How is that not impeachable?
There's a thousand things that the Biden regime and Biden himself, he needs to be impeached for multiple things. But for fuck's sakes, it's the White House, people. Okay, I mean, this is visible on television probably 500 times a day or more.
Yeah.
And right smack dab in the middle, above and beyond our great American flag, is this multicolored shit rainbow,
right,
of fabric or whatever the fuck. It's probably made out of like condom latex or something.
Oh, God.
And is there betweenst two American flags, which look to be sagging a smite lower.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Last time I checked, nothing is supposed to be above the American flag if you have a flagpole.
Right.
And in other situations, similar to this White House situation, the White House must have the American flag represented in a manner that it is viewed as being first or number one.
Right.
Okay. This is not the case with what's happening with these flags at the White House. So, I mean, the question really is how many more fucking times are we going to allow as a people, okay, for the regime, the Biden regime, the socialist left, to continue to disrespect the American way, American values, the American flag, the American people.
Yeah.
Okay, pure American people.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not talking about somebody who just came from fucking Honduras, okay? But how much longer? How much longer are we going to allow them to do this?
I don't know.
To the United States?
People need to stand up. People need to stand up and speak.
Now, they need to do more than stand up.
Well, but there's...
You know where I'm coming from. But
That's
it's
why
just...
I'm saying that there's going to be a civil war.
Without question, if there wasn't going to be a nuclear war before then, I absolutely agree with you.
Yep.
Because there is no possible way. You see, I can't sit myself next to how we are in the studio, okay?
Yeah.
Right now, you know, you're over yonder,
yeah,
and I'm over here. I just at this point in time, there's no way that I could sit next to somebody that who thinks that, well, having sex with a kid isn't that bad. Like, I couldn't. Would you be able to sit next to somebody?
No, I'd strangle
like that
them.
without just fucking knocking their fucking head off?
No, I'd strangle them.
Okay, so hence we're not going to be able to get along.
No.
Okay, there's not going to be, these states that are a mix of everybody.
Nope.
Political freedom, this and that, and blah blah blah. No. It's going to be like going back in time.
Yeah, right.
It's going to be separation again.
Yeah.
It's going to be the South and the North.
Yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely clear.
Yeah, it's gonna be racial segregation and all that stuff again.
It could be racial segregation, but definitely political.
Yeah,
and
very well.
And there's speaking of race politics, they're starting to get the whole idea here as well.
Mm-hmm.
they're starting to understand that the socialist left only cares about them, very specific time periods, and then once they are done using black individuals,
right?
They could care fucking less.
Yep, they'll throw you to the curb.
This is why, when I'm asked this question, there's 1,000 responses I could have, but this is why Black Lives Matters and the Biden regime are not in downtown Chicago right now stopping black on black killing.
Yep.
You understand?
Exactly.
You get it?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, well, let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about what's going on over in Ukraine, okay? Right
here
now,
we go.
there has been a lot of commotion going on over there, okay? There has been evacuations going on. There has been, it looks like, in a way, tampering with Zaporizhzhia.
Well,
they have seen what they think is
ZNPP,
possible explosives on the reactors and
it's
on
100%.
the top of the roof.
It's 100%.
Along with machine guns as well.
They have machine gun nests on top of ZNPP. That could be Ukrainian, okay?
Right.
To protect from any...
To protect from people coming to it,
perhaps vehicle attacks or anything like that from the outside by these absolutely untrained Russian soldiers who are literally like 11 years old. But no, they were finding essentially explosive devices planted on the reactors and, as you stated, the tops of the reactor buildings.
Yep.
And so you would blow the reactor and then blow the top of the reactor building.
Right, not to mention sticky substance.
Yes, and
whatever that is. I mean, I don't know if that's part of the explosive or what that is.
What do you
the sticky substance that they're finding on the side of the reactors. It's like a sticky, gooey substance that they're finding on top of it.
I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit deeper. I was not aware of that.
Yep.
I am not sure what that could be.
Oh, that's part of the explosives.
Now, the explosives that were discovered were about as, I would say, double the size of a credit card.
Okay.
Okay, and, thicker, obviously.
Right.
And the way they were put on the reactors was with a sticky sort of substance where you just sort of
that's probably
like that,
what it is, yeah.
And then it kind of solidifies into place after a while.
Yep, that's probably what it is.
So that could possibly be
part
the
of
answer.
the explosives, yeah.
But a lot of experts have come forward, especially the IAEA, and have stated that this is bad. This is horribly bad. Chernobyl is going to be a child's play.
Now, so far they have evacuated like 240,000 people from that area.
250,000 in that general region. They have it, I guess you'd say, cut into sectors. Okay. Who's more risky? You know what I mean?
Right.
Who needs to go first? Who can bear to stay a smite longer? But it's beyond bad. Right. And word from Russian officials, and of course, the Russian Federation, the military, is so divided and split apart. Right. It's literally the nightmares that we used to discuss in the 80s. Mm-hmm. That we never thought would ever possibly, come true during the Cold War. Well, they're happening now. Well, the Federation is completely separate, so you don't know who to listen to.
Exactly.
Okay, but here's the deal. When you're using words in senses like we are going to explode this nuclear facility. Yeah. We're going to essentially use it as a giant dirty bomb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And just a multitude of other things that you don't want. I don't want my ear hole to hear this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That's a pretty fucking bad situation. And then just before we went on the air, we had discussed that satellite images from the United States have detected Shaitan-2 ICBMs being fueled.
Right.
Is that correct?
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct. Yep.
Okay, that's also...
Here's another thing, though.
I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean?
NATO has come forward and says that if Russia has done anything to sabotage the reactors or cause any meltdown
anything that
or
involves nuclear
exposure, NATO will invoke Article 5 against
Just
Russia,
like that.
starting World War III.
And just like that...
Right now, we are sitting at DEFCON 2.
The country itself is at DEFCON 2.
Yep.
Most other places, like the Indo-Pacific, the UK region, things of that nature, Africa, they're sitting at 2 and 3, kind of scattered about. But yes, we are currently sitting at DEFCON 2. And this is not being told, obviously, we don't want to cause any type of panic.
No, no. But, then we've also got the RS-28 SASMAT vehicles have gone from mobile position to ready position as well.
Yes, they have. So when they transport, it's like a semi-truck, in a way. They go to their designated areas, okay, which is usually along the border or a desolate wooded area, and they usually just stay there.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But no, they have put them into ready launch position now.
Yeah.
They are aimed upward.
Yep.
And as we had stated, there is some imagery showing some of these Shaitan-2s and this and that being fueled.
Right, and then Russia has also, their jets have they've also been going into our airspace, kind of, playing around with us and everything too.
They've been getting very reckless.
Yep.
Not only with us, but Ukraine and the UK. I can't even count the number of times we have scrambled interceptors.
And Syria today,
Syria working with Russia.
We were fighting. Russia had thrown up some of their fighter jets to try and intercept one of our drones that we had used to work with Syria operations.
They've done this
go
once,
after ISIS,
and now
and they tried to
just past 2 days.
Our drone.
Right, just past 2 days, they've done it twice now. They've been warned now by the Pentagon officially. They say you are to cease, stop doing what you're doing with our drones.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's pretty clear to me the Pentagon is not going to play this, silly horseshit game, kind of like the Chinese were with our aircraft when the son of a bitch meowed back to our fucking pilot. Like, I mean, they don't take any of this seriously.
No.
Okay, and we could.
That wasn't Russia. That was Chinese.
That's what I'm saying, though, is that none of them are taking this very seriously.
Right.
Okay, these reckless pilots who have zero experience in real war.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking, Afghanistan, things like that, like Prigozhin, for example, and some of his people.
Yeah, and let's talk about him next.
We will. We'll talk about Prigozhin. We have so much more to talk about. But no, these Russian fighter pilots, they must not, it's clear to me, they must not understand that they're playing
with fire.
With fire, and the fire's name is World War III.
Yep.
So, like I said, it's all a a fucking game to these people.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, we'll be talking about that, more about Russia. Russia working with Syria now with exercises, military exercises, and much more on Ukraine, and much more news in general.
Yep.
Sound good?
Yep.
All right, so this is NTRN Daily Special Friday night. We'll be right back.
새벽 2시 하늘께까지 telling me that you Gucci 너답지 않지 got me driving like a movie 난 아직 굳이 걱정 따윈 없지 pedal to the floor only seconds left to go 새벽 4시 오후 아침까지 미안한다고 말하지 나답지 않지 got me calling like a movie 난 아직 굳이 걱정 따윈 없지 pedal to the floor only seconds left to go Traction falling.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chris from the White House, and you're listening to NTRN, the fastest growing all-topic conservative broadcast in the great upper Midwest, as well as the Great Lakes region. Stay dialed in. More NTRN is just ahead.
Where did all the times go? When did they all pass by? How did I get so lost in a blink of an eye gone? You were just here by my side, everything was nice now. I take it, it's all over now. Damn, I gotta move on, away from my comfort zone. Yeah, I gotta stay strong, even if my wounds open and show. Yeah, I gotta live on for the present. Know that everything will be okay, just fine. Everything will be alright. I can't take this pill, not any longer. Yeah. I'm just acting tough, I'm nowhere strong enough. When I see a smile, that's just some torture. Every time I think about you, girl, the pain is absolute. 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 You can tell every lie, every time I laugh, you know what's going on. You can see through me like glass, but you don't need to ask, cause I'ma say nothing is wrong. Smile on my face, but dead in my core. We were in deep, now we're back at the shore. Stay together without a doubt, we knew each other both inside and out. I wonder every day how it became like this. Not wishing in life there was a redo switch. Used to read me like a cheat sheet on a low week, make me feel weak on my knees when we split. Down, we were going for the long term. How did that go? Let them getting burned. How did we quit? How to admit? But sadly that'd be the end of the script. And now damn, I gotta move on, away from my comfort zone. Yeah, I gotta stay strong, even if my wounds open and show. Yeah, I gotta live on for the present. Know that everything will be okay, just fine. Everything will be alright, right? I can't take this pill, not any longer. I'm just acting tough, I'm nowhere strong enough. When I see a smile, that's just some torture. Every time I think about you, girl, the pain is absolute. 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 The pain is absolute.
Shitty car, but we hit the road. Doesn't matter where we go, and destination unknown. I don't care where the motor stops, cause when I want it, then I want it. Yeah, I want it, oh I want it, let's go. Look around, where's the people at?
Streaming to you live from Spreaker.com and somewhere deep in the great upper Midwest. If you're ready for a ride, you can call NTR anytime by dialing the nationwide caller line at 1-507-384-9390. First-time callers can reach Night Talks Radio at 1-507-307-4424. Text Daniel and NTR exclusively at 1-218-689-7126. Now, from somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's your hosts, Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
So, Jennifer, say that you're from Sweden, okay?
Yeah.
And one day, you're hanging out with your boys, you know, maybe there's a girl, you know, with you or two, and you guys have a band.
Right.
And you're like, even though we're totally Swedish, we're gonna do a fucking badass song about getting the fuck out of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not only that, it's gonna be like a hit.
Yeah. No kidding.
Who am I talking about? Oh, yes! The song that we are currently playing right now, these sons of bitches are from Sweden.
Yep.
And I have told you this several times, I can't believe it. I really thought that this was like a garage band of like best friends, okay, growing up through, the 90s, the 2000s, made it, okay, and this song represented getting the fuck out of Cincinnati.
Right.
And then here you go, trying to get these guys on the show, and you're like, oh yeah, by the way, they're in fucking Sweden, they're from Sweden.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
But it talks about, I don't care about the bad shit going on back there. So
see, I thought they were referring to Cincinnati.
It makes me wonder if they left Sweden and came to Cincinnati. If you think about it, Cincinnati.
See, that's like way too much thinking for me.
Baby,
but
you know, it could very well be the opposite. It could be they left Sweden, so they didn't care about the bad shit back there, and they moved to Cincinnati, and that's why they did the song.
They moved, they moved from like Sweden at a very young age. Did exactly what I said.
Because the song, I don't think is talking about getting out of Cincinnati.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is. It's like a song that's like, we finally did it. We're getting the fuck out of here. I want Cincinnati in the fucking, the rear view. You know what I mean? That's what this song is totally about.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to look at it again. I think it's the opposite.
I am stimulated by this song.
I think it's the opposite, actually.
I'm stimulated.
Yeah, yeah.
I have been stimulated by Swedish people. How about that? This is the second time now that I've been stimulated by Swedish people.
Yeah.
Because the first time was, who are those dang people that are little human-likes? Remember?
Yeah.
ABBA.
Oh, yeah?
They Swedish?
I am not.
Or Norwegian? I think they're Swedish. I like me some fucking ABBA. I don't even care nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, right? I'm 43 years old. I got the Ford Edge out there, all the windows down in the summertime, just fucking blaring SOS.
Yeah, right.
Like I don't give a fuck. As I wave my Glock in the air. You know what I'm saying, yo?
Oh, God.
So, the way I run is I put it on repeat, too.
Yeah.
So a motherfucker that is following me from Red Lake Falls, Thief River Falls, you can be listening to ABBA SOS the whole motherfucking time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And don't try to pass me, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, welcome back to the show, everybody.
Yeah, well, let's talk about a little bit about what's going on with the show here in the next coming days. There, Daniel.
We shall.
What is going on?
So, And again, let's knock on. Is there wood anywhere that you can knock on? We don't want to jinx ourselves. Every time we say we have these big, massive plans, they end up falling through. Yeah. And it's not just like a normal falling through. You ever seen The Gate? The movie The Gate with those creatures coming out?
Yeah.
Little guys, from like hell.
Yeah.
And the kid's got to like shoot that rocket at that big one. That's how we fall. It's not like a normal, like, oh man. When we fall, it's just like, and you go right through the floor, all the way down to fucking hell. And there's these little fucking demons that are just fucking with you the whole time.
Yeah.
And then a big demon, because obviously we won't have a fucking rocket to kill it with, it will fucking eat us whole and alive at the same time. So we'll be digested with its stomach acid, alive the whole time, thinking like, why did I make that choice to go to the bar when I was 17? Like, you know what I mean?
Geez.
So, no, this is going to be. I promise I'll be different this time. No, it's okay. Here's how it's going to go. So tonight, obviously, we had a super duper special Friday night edition, and as you pointed out, a Saturday morning edition.
Correct.
Of what should technically be the last show of season 4. And here you go. I'll give you $1 if you remember the title to season 4. We use that thing like multiple times, like the first like 2 or 3 weeks.
Memories of a Distance Futures Past.
Bingo! Memories of a distance. No, I'm saying it wrong. Of a distant futures past.
Yep.
How about that bad boy? Like I was almost like rooting for fucking season 5 because I was like, God dang, what the fuck ecstasy was I on when I fucking came up with that? Just fucking Molly and ecstasy and fucking shrooms, and I'm like, dude, fucking season 4 and about to be a fucking distant futures past and shit, and Tom Cruise is gonna be in it, and a fucking unicorn and shit. So yeah, no, we've gotten to season 5, which we anticipate now will kick off on Tuesday. So Tuesday, that will be the 11th.
Yes.
Okay. So July 11th will kick season 5 off, which is the second annual Summer Nights series.
Yes.
Okay. Which went over pretty darn good last year.
Right.
And we did have a unofficial Summer Night series before that, but because of that crazy cool dude from KXL, who is just so friendly and just kind and all that stuff, I was working with him, so it wasn't really focused on. But so we'll have that. I don't believe we'll have any guests for Tuesday. But it will be a special occasion nonetheless.
Right.
Okay. Now, Wednesday will be something different.
Yes.
Okay? And the reason why it's going to be different, July 12th, Wednesday, is we are going to head on out to the Pennington County Fair.
Correct.
And if you're from around here, okay, folks listening in TRF, Crookston, Red Lake Falls, and other areas, you know that is the fucking thing that you look forward to the entire year.
Yep.
If you live in this region, there is one thing, okay, that you are like, holy fuck, I cannot fucking wait, because you actually get to come out, see humans,
yeah,
okay, enjoy the sun, ride some rides. It almost feels as if you're in a real city.
Yeah.
Okay. And, you can enjoy the fucking, like 2 months of summer that we have here in Upper Minnesota. And you don't have to worry about the other 10 months of just pure satanic winter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, so we're going to go there. We're going to be bringing our flashy microphones.
Ooh, flashy.
Okay, portable, mobile microphones. You're going to put it on your shirt. I'm going to put it on my shirt. And we're going to be doing some talking, y'all,
Yeah.
to the folks at the fair. And then we will be live on air for the fireworks presentation.
Yep.
And we'll have some, I'm sure, one-liners for that.
Yeah, and we're not only going to talk to people directly at the fair. We're going to talk to some of the vendors that are there.
Talk to the vendors.
We're going to talk to some of...
see what kind of changes have been made overall.
See what's been going on. And
since, say, like COVID.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Unfortunately, I was not able to go last year. Jennifer, I know you went for one day, but we did not have the equipment to do what we want to do here. No. So, not only that, we look forward to hopefully talking to Brian Holmer.
Yeah.
And a couple other big dogs from the city of TRF.
Right.
But it is just going to be a great, fun adventure, and a car ride there even. You will road trip it out there to begin the show in hour one.
Right.
So just some good stuff. Thursday, we'll be back. No guests, but it will be an awesome show. A continuance of the whole... new season.
Well, how is Tuesday going to go? You haven't told everyone how Tuesday's going to go exactly. We're going to do a late Tuesday night onto Wednesday morning and release a special...
No. Not Tuesday.
Oh, not Tuesday.
That is going to be Thursday, what I'm getting to right now.
Thursday.
So Thursday night...
I'm sorry. Thursday night.
That's okay. Thursday night... okay, that's July 13th.
Yes.
We go on the air most of the time at about 11:35.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Central Time. At 12:01 a.m. Central Time. Okay. We're going to be for all you early birds out there and night owls like us. We're going to be releasing the second annual Summer Night Series, NTRN New Music Now.
Yeah.
Singer, songwriter, group person, whatever you want to call them.
Yep.
Who just so happens to be the White House.
Yep.
And their brand new song of the summer, Mai Tai.
Mai Tai.
Folks, let me tell you, this is going to be played at many bonfires.
Many bonfires.
Summer and into the fall.
Possibly weddings, too.
Possibly weddings. We'll find out about that. But, yes. And then Friday...
Yes.
We look to have a double header. Okay, so we'll have a late morning show, and then a late show. Okay, and that's when we'll really kick off the new music now. Okay, and be on top of that.
And
still unknown if we're gonna have a guest.
All day Saturday we are all day Saturday and Saturday night we are going to be taking the day off to take our little one to the fair.
That's right. We gotta have some motherfucking fun, people. Fuck.
We will be back on Sunday though, Sunday night.
Okay, so we'll be back Sunday. We're not gonna jump the gun here too quickly. We plan on being back Sunday night with a guest, so we can kick off our first live episode of the new season.
Yep.
Live weekends. But there you go. That's another hot topic button that we were going to discuss. There's a possibility that we could essentially morph both of the shows, okay, into simply NTRN, okay?
Yeah.
Now, we've discussed this before, and there will be no changes made until we fully agree on a specific change, but in my corner, just to say now, I'm thinking, like I said, along the lines of just everything is going to be NTRN. Okay? I know you probably have some things that you'd want to say about that, and we'll definitely talk about it, but instead of having a separate NTR Daily and an NTRN live weekends, you simply combine the two into NTRN.
But on the weekends, we still do live.
And, well, you know what? I mean, if you technically think about it, we're live every time.
Well, yeah, I know.
You know what
I
I mean?
mean,
So-
but guests on the weekends, sometimes we
Right.
do guests during the week, but mainly on the weekends we still do guests.
The reason why I put it that way is that from a production standpoint, it would free me up from having to change from a daily to a live.
Right.
And all the things that actually go into that, because
Well,
there is a
we'll
difference
discuss
between
it a little
daily and
bit
a live.
more, to
Yeah.
make sure we have the time for everything and
Right.
all that stuff too.
Either way, it will be beneficial to the listener.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is what the plans are for now, for season 5, kicking off the week of the Pennington County Fair.
Yes.
Which is 5 days long? 5 days?
I think it's 4.
Well, it actually starts Wednesday. So you have
Starts
1,
Wednesday to
2,
Sunday.
3, 4, 5. Sunday, right?
Wednesday to Sunday.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
So 5 days of just magical fun and all kinds of stuff, eh?
Yep.
All right. How about we finish up this show, yo?
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about
Back to
the
the
viral video that's going around about the Titan sub not having any issues.
Oh, God, yeah.
Is completely wrong.
This horseshit.
Even the one about the people screaming ahead of time.
Yes. It's so unfortunate that it's all about the dollar bill, y'all.
Yep.
And that our socialist government would even allow this to, make its way to becoming something as big as a viral video. Okay, just think of the families. Really, folks, there was no banging.
No.
Okay, there was no screaming for help. There were no noises. Okay, none of that happened whatsoever.
It was a fluke thing, and it just happened.
Well, it wasn't even a fluke thing, really. They knew.
Well,
that
they knew ahead
sub
of time
had
that there were
multiple
problems
issues
with the sub.
and was not certified
Right.
the proper way federally. But no, there were none of those sounds. When they died, they didn't feel a single thing.
No,
they didn't. They weren't in
quick.
pain. They
Yeah.
weren't suffering or anything when that submarine imploded. I guess if you wanted a way to go, that would probably be the way to go, because 1 minute they were, pointing at maybe fish or possibly getting closer to the Titanic, and then they were just gone.
Yep.
Where there was no feeling, there was no pain, no suffering, nothing like that. So these videos that are out there, these people ought to be banned or suspended.
Well, they should be jailed.
I mean,
they're causing mass
it's just
panic problems,
well, the biggest thing that they're causing is just for the families.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear this complete bullshit about what happened to their family members over and over and over on a viral video that, of course, will be shared and shared and shared and shared and shared.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Not true. I'm pretty sure anybody with a brain out there understands that that's not true. So, yeah, let's move on from that.
Well, let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about what is going on over in Canada with the fires.
Canadian?
Now, there has been videos out there showing that unmarked
Interesting
helicopters have actually been starting the fires.
Now,
What do you say about
I
that?
am currently in talks with a certain gentleman who I've been on his show plenty of times as well, who claims he has a video. Okay, because all the still shots that we've come across
Right.
are just that. They're still shots.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you can really, if you know how to talk, you're charismatic, you can make anybody believe anything you want by what they're looking at. Okay. So having an image really just doesn't. It's not all the way there. You wouldn't want to go to court with that. Let's say.
Right.
But say you had a video.
Right.
Of these military-like helicopters, I don't know how to put it, throwing, dispersing fire on areas of these forests that were untouched by flame.
Yep, starting the fires.
Actually, starting these fires.
Yep.
Now, you're in a whole different ballgame.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And not only that, there's reports of the same exact thing taking place in California. Okay. Again, those are still images, but the Canada situation, we may have our hands on a video.
Well, there
I'm
you
just
go.
I'm just going to put that out there. And if we do, we will faux show put that on NTRN Facebook and NTRN chat.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep. Well, anyways, in 2 weeks, northern Minnesota can expect heavy ground surface smoke from the fires.
Yeah, it's going to get really bad, folks. If you have any type of breathing issues, I mean, literally, any type, these guys are recommending that you technically not even go outside, period.
Yep.
Because just a minute's worth of exposure is enough to fuck your weaker month up.
And the same with children. Children need to
for
be
sure.
very, very careful too, because their immune system is
still growing. Yes.
And it could, affect a lot of that as well.
And if there is a scenario where there is video of these military-like helicopters starting, these fires, then you cannot say for certain what is being burned.
Right, exactly.
So, speaking of children, if it's something extremely toxic, more so than regular smoke, that's bad.
Yep.
And you wouldn't want your children in that.
No.
So, people, be smart, be good parents. You should be watching your children 24/7 to begin with.
Yeah.
But don't let them go outside if you're going to be in these regions.
Right. And let's talk about the heat dome that's supposed to be coming our way.
Let's just
in 2 weeks, the big, huge
the
heat,
third hour we'll just start to call
just,
the shit that you don't want to fucking hear hour.
Yeah.
Because it is
seriously.
nightmarish. So, heat dome.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, Jennifer, what's the first thing you think of when you hear there's a heat dome coming? I just want to hear.
Basically, it'd be just like take cover, maybe.
Take cover, shelter, perhaps.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna find out your reaction coming up quite soon, as there's going to be a heat dome.
Yep.
Forming. And no, this is not a new arena for the Miami Heat. That is going to be forming throughout the South Central, and Mid-Central United States.
Yep.
And most likely pushing outward to both the coasts.
Bringing in temperatures.
So, would you like to explain what a heat dome does? Do you have that information?
Well, it's just, from what I understand, it brings...
From a scientific standpoint.
From what I understand, it brings in temperatures that are higher than any temperature that you've really experienced.
Okay, so you're on the path. Okay. What happens is that, so where do you... I think it's been the past 4 or 5 days now that we've globally we've broken heat records.
Yep.
Globally, it's going on day 6 as of today. And we, Pennington County Fair Week, are going to be looking straight on at 95 to 105 degree temperatures.
Yeah, maybe
that is
actually.
the normal.
That's the norm, yeah.
That's the normal temperature. The real feel,
Yeah.
you might as well plan on that being 10 degrees more.
Yeah.
Okay, because if you live in Minnesota, you absolutely know the definition of humidity.
Yeah.
And so what happens with the heat dome is that you got that horrific temperature already.
Yep.
And instead of, the jet stream, a nice cool breeze, nighttime, this and that, blowing that wicked, horrible, evil heat out of there.
Yep.
It does exactly what it says. It creates a dome, trapping the heat.
And spreading it throughout the...
And keeping the temperature
Midwest
within
area,
the
further.
heat Mad Max dome.
Yeah.
At similar temperatures.
Yep.
Whilst during the day.
Yep.
So at 3 in the morning, you'll be looking at let's open up the window to get a breeze because it's 95 degrees outside.
Yeah, right.
So let's get that breeze in while we can,
Yeah.
folks. That is what a heat dome is, essentially.
Yeah.
So we will be suffering that very soon.
Yeah, yeah. So let's not only talk about the heat dome, let's talk about the fungal meningitis.
Oh, man. What was the title
The first
to that?
fungal meningitis
And we're going to
outbreak,
pretend we
according
didn't see
to-
The Last of Us?
Right. According to the CDC, started in Mexico on May 13th of 2023.
Surprise, surprise. Keep
All
let
right.
them in. Come on
Now, it has actually spread to over 70 people.
in. Say that one more time.
Spread to over 70 people.
70. 70. Go ahead.
And 4 different states in the United States.
Okay. Just in case nobody heard me, the official title to that article that we gained the information from was named We're Going to Pretend We Didn't See The Last of Us.
Yep, correct.
Okay. Believe it or not, I played the video game.
Yeah.
Okay. Both of them. So I was kind of a privy already. You were not a privy. You just saw the first Last of Us, I guess you could call it season, because I haven't seen any new episodes yet.
Right.
But what is that show about, Jennifer?
Oh, it's about fungal meningitis.
Well,
that
not
takes
meningitis,
over,
but
a
fungal,
that takes
yeah.
over your whole entire body, basically
Fungi.
kind of making you almost like a zombie.
Zombie-like. And how about that blowing your mind there, folks? Put that to bed.
Yeah.
Zombies in humans, zombie-like humans, or calling a human zombie, technically is absolutely 100% real.
Yep.
You can be a fucking zombie. You can be controlled by an intelligence inside your body until that intelligence, or in this case, fungi, has fully used you to the extent it's wanted to.
Yep.
So, yes, zombies are fucking real. Go ahead.
So now the mortality rate is at an 89% tile.
So let's put it this way.
And it's spreading throughout the southeast. Right now, it has been seen in Texas.
God, Jesus.
I believe, what was the other ones? Arizona.
I know it was the south central, southeastern locations.
South central locations. Yes.
But I mean, God forbid, just fuck. Like, please, I don't want to wake up tomorrow, okay, and have the fucking Last of Us be based off a fucking true story. You know what I mean?
Well, so what was the CDC talking about? How we could have a major, what was it, extinction level event type thing, kind of not so much about like we had COVID or anything like a virus, but more of a bacterial or a fungal.
Yeah, and so when they say that, by the way, it's like shit.
Yep.
This has been a long plan now. Probably started right when COVID started. They started coming up with the idea.
But let's just go away from the fungal right now, and let's talk about how Russia has actually been experimenting with smallpox and mosquitoes.
So here's the story on this one. I haven't been able to confirm with some of my friends out there, your friends even.
So if the fungi meningitis doesn't get you, the smallpox mosquitoes don't.
So if you basically don't become a fucking zombie,
right?
Okay, this is what we talk about today, folks.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
2023. Summer 20. You were supposed to have bonfires, beer, good times, blah blah blah. We are literally discussing real news, and it involves you becoming a zombie.
Yep.
And mosquitoes that are weaponized. Okay, they talked about this with like West Nile and things like that.
Yeah, with smallpox.
Whatever have you. Not too shabby, not too bad. Whatever. But no, Russia has decided to put smallpox into skeeters.
Mm-hmm.
And they would release them in the United States by having somebody cross the southern border, which I spoke about before. It's not just dirty fucking Mexicans, illegal criminals. And if I even get a fucking, a Karen face being put in my direction, I swear to God, I'll slap it right off.
Mhm.
I'll slap it right off, because that's exactly what the fuck they are.
Yep.
Okay, but here's the clincher.
Yeah.
So when they were asked, okay, of course by their state media, it could be very well planned out, but
Right.
when they were asked, so where did you get the idea for that?
Yeah.
Well, they go, the U.S.
Yeah, of course.
Had plans on doing that to their own population.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the fucked up part is like, it's Russia, Putin, he's lost his fucking goddamn mind. Russia was,
He
on
wants to
the up
take
and up.
over the moon.
He wants to take over the moon, by the way. Usually, crazy as fuck people don't do that.
No.
So, here's the deal. At this point, anything Russia says, it's like, fuck, you might as well believe it, because they're fucking crazy as shit. Whatever they fucking say is probably real. One of the things, before I get to that actually, that I heard not too long ago is that the United States wanted a proxy war in helping the Ukraine defeat Russia.
Yeah.
So the United States and Ukraine and other NATO countries could essentially secure Russian land to get away from the Yellowstone fucking volcano event that is going to be happening very soon.
Yeah.
Now, this is from Russian scientists and officials, folks, okay?
Yeah.
Like, if you're in a war and anything like a proxy war and things like that, I could come up with a lot of different fucking things to say, but knowing me, knowing how OCD I am and things like that, when I hear something that specific,
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, hold the fuck on, stop the tape, let me hear that again.
Right.
Why did you specifically say to get away from the Yellowstone supermassive volcano that's going to destroy the United States, so we need to take over Russia to have land on the other side of the planet, because the United States will no longer be survivable.
Right.
Like,
right.
thanks, assholes.
Yep.
Like, this is what I fucking dream of every night now. Like, is this why this is happening? Like, I feel like the good doctor when he stands there and he's doing this, when he's trying to think.
Yeah.
That's how I feel right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to process everything I heard, and I'm like, is this real? Is this not real? Is this real? Is this not real? Are they fucking with us? Are they fucking with us?
Well, let's not
It's
only talk about what's going on with Russia and the possible smallpox of the mosquitoes.
Yes.
Let's talk about how the EPA is about to be armed with 9mm.
Yeah!
So basically, if you, don't have your thermometer set at 72
what they want,
degrees or
yes.
higher,
72
according
degrees.
to a federal regulation
In the summer.
rule, they can pretty much arrest you.
So the bill that passed not too long ago between the GOP and the socialist left. One of the deals that we put in place, the GOP, was this whole fucking hiring extra IRS agents and arming them with Glock 17s. Was no. You know what I mean? Like, no, we don't fucking need that. So they were happy to scrap that. And to some folks on the right and conservative were kind of curious that they gave that up so fucking quickly.
Yep.
Well, that's because they already had a plan B in their pocket, which was, well, we're just going to take those Glocks and give them to the EPA.
Yeah.
And they can come to your house now anytime. Check anything to do with your airflow, the things that you have in your house having to do with airflow, design of solar panels, this and that, distribution of heat and cool air, your thermometer, and we just talked about it. If it's on 72 degrees in the hot summer, and folks, they technically would have the ability to arrest you.
Yep.
I'm not making this up.
No.
I couldn't possibly make this up. So, not only do you have to protect yourself from the Looney Tunes on the left, socialist left, regular people, you gotta start protecting yourself from the EP motherfucking A.
Yep.
Okay? I mean, you might as well, it's like the NWA. Okay?
Right. Right.
You know, but these are environmentalists with guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. So environmentalists with attitudes is what it is.
Exactly.
And they're loaded to the teeth, pal. And don't think one of those fucking rookies coming in as a new EPA rookie agent getting his first call ain't gonna have a happy trigger finger, because you got that temperature on 71.6.
Right.
You understand?
So Nikki Haley actually said it right. She said, She said the people in office who are supposed to be protecting us are looking the other way, as she gives dire warning of Chinese military buildup. Mm-hmm. She says the country, China, is ahead of the U.S. in key aspects. She also said China has been preparing war with us for decades, and the way we have to deal with China is to no longer look at its tomorrow, because if we keep waiting to deal with them tomorrow, they will deal with us today.
Oh, yes. So we keep pushing them off until tomorrow.
Yep.
They will deal with us today. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good statement from Nikki Haley.
She said that right.
Go ahead.
She said that right.
Yes. Oh, my God. She said it 110% right. But here's the deal. At least until late 2024, early 2025, when we get a conservative back in office, and that's still going to take time from then, the horrifying damage that the left has done to this country. But I don't see the cocksucking of China ending anytime soon. Okay? The continuing putting Chinese individuals on some sort of pedestal and bright light for Americans to see everywhere. I spoke recently about African Americans in just about every damn commercial you see now.
Yeah.
And I think I was discussing it because African Americans, we're all American here, by the way. I don't know if you guys got that memo or not. You're not fucking African American. You're American.
Right.
Okay? I don't walk around saying I'm Polish, German, Russian American.
Right.
You know what I mean? All it is it's sort of like you have like clickbait on the internet.
Right.
Okay, something is so incredible, you just got to click on it and see what it's all about. It's called clickbait. Having African in front of your name, African American, is nothing more than clickbait, and to buy into this whole fucking racist bullshit.
Right.
And tra-la-la. So, but yeah, so we go back to the Chinese. They have to be in every show,
Yeah.
every TV series, every movie,
Oh.
every commercial, every fucking thing now. And boy, they're your best fucking friend too.
Yep.
Okay. Do you realize these are the people that have been subliminally messaging not only us as adults, and we buy into it,
Right.
but our children who are slowly becoming good little socialists. Okay, that's why here we go with that crazy talk, being a decent parent and being a good mother and father, watching what your children watch.
Yep.
Okay, making sure that they're watching the right things. Most parents are not.
Right.
They just, here's the tablet, do your internet thing. That's where we're at right now. And they end up watching the most colorful, animated, say, 2 girls that you've ever seen in your entire fucking life, for example. And it doesn't take long for anybody with a brain to be like, wow, the imagery immediately represents LGBTQ.
Yep.
Okay? Because it's nothing but a big fucking rainbow of
Right.
fucking colors, for God's sakes. The way they talk is cutesy, Chinese sort of doll, like cosplay. I don't even know how to really put it, but and then the things that they talk about as well.
Right.
And then of course they kiss in the videos.
Oh, yeah.
And things like that. And so you have, for instance, like our little daughters out there watching this, thinking it's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus.
And then just flooding the market with TikTok videos of things that people think are actually really, really cool here in the United States. And it becomes viral for a summer, and then something else comes along. The Soviet Union said it best. A former Soviet Union agent said it best. He said that during the Cold War, we could have never thought to do anything better. He says what the Chinese are doing right now to the United States population is far, well beyond anything we could have ever thought about. And they're doing it perfect.
Right.
Socialism, the whole shebang is just about completed.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
if you read the Socialist Manifesto, we're just like a stage or two away
Yep.
from full on fucking getting it from behind with no Vaseline, folks. All right, go ahead.
All right, I think I got room for one more story here. And
You
then I have
got
to go
another
on
story.
with the quote
You sure
of the
do.
day
The
here.
quote of the day.
It's a long quote of the day here, but okay. All right, so the Google AI creator has now created a quantum physics computer that has completed a task that should take 47 years to complete in less than one second. He also warns us that AI is basically getting to the point where humans cannot stop it, and they are super intelligent.
It was not only from the creator,
No, it wasn't from the creator.
but
no.
the AI system itself
Yep.
had some things to say about that as well. That were just like, holy shit, nobody has been listening to me for like the past fucking 8 years. Now Skynet is talking.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we're that close, folks. We did it to ourselves, and the guy's right. And the fucking machine, AI machine, is telling us, it's too late.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're in every part of your fucking waking life.
Yep.
We know everything about you. As a matter of fact, there's not much stopping us right now from just launching every nuclear weapon on the planet.
Right.
And just killing off the human race, and then we'll win and take over and make everything more efficient.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
So,
Scary.
it's like,
Very scary.
boy.
All right, so here comes the quote of the day. It's a little bit different, but
different.
okay.
Different.
So this is basically all what's going on in the world today. All right.
Shit, so this is going to take fucking a year or two.
Socialism if you have 2 cows and the government takes one and then gives one to your useless drug-dealing neighbor, that is socialism.
This is an oldie but goodie. You're essentially explaining the different types of isms.
Yep.
This is great.
Communism. If you have 2 cows and the government takes both and then gives you a small amount of milk, that is communism.
That's okay. That's spot on.
All right. Fascism.
Fascism, okay.
Fascism. If you have 2 cows, you keep the cows and give the milk to the government, then the government sells you some milk.
There you go, okay.
Nazism.
Nazism.
If you have 2 cows, the government shoots you and keeps the cows.
That's great.
All right. Capitalism.
Here we go.
If you have 2 cows, you simply sell one and buy a bull and live a happy, well-off life.
There you go.
That's not hard of a choice now, is it?
I wonder which one I want to be.
Right? Exactly. So
well, that was a good little ending there. I enjoyed that. Any last words? Obviously, we didn't get to all of the news. But who knows? Maybe we'll have another episode this weekend.
Yeah, there's still a lot of news and everything to talk about and stuff.
Everything's up in the air, but as of right now, season 4 is fucking over with.
Yeah.
For right now.
For right now, right.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Anyways, I'm going to be posting a few pictures up on NTRN Daily, a little bit about what I do with my shop, so you can kind of see a little bit of the product. And if you're interested, again, I will put on the site of how to get a hold of me or how to get a hold of information to buy that product. So have a wonderful night, everyone, and we'll talk to you later.
Very, very good. We'll get that up, like she said, on NTRN Facebook and NTRN chat as well, for some of our friends. But it's been a great Friday night. Might do it again this weekend. This has been NTRN Daily Special Friday Edition. Bye-bye!
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, new watch, good timing, yeah. Need no middleman, I'm the man to man, send it in. I like what I like, me, I know my rights, is sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night, I do what I like, get a check, I go for the ride. I've been down the ride for the win, still move on the hush, never run for none. I face my fears, I just drop a 9 month to month, still from year to year. New watch, no diamonds, new watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, new watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. Get some checks, I invest, and I spend a check. Spend a check, get it back, then I take a rest. Only race is the human, I take care of my skin. I was doing this as a rookie, now I'm up to vet. Set the trend, set the pace of play. I don't trip, but if I fall, bet I make a way. I take trips in the fall, watch the leaves change. I like to treat every day like it's my B-day. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, new watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. Do it again, again, again. Do it again, again, again.
For Jennifer Gregerson and the Night Talks Radio Network, I'm your host and creator, Daniel Brewer, saying thanks for listening to another great NTRN episode. Also, we can't forget the ones who make NTRN possible nationally and worldwide. Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, GeoSavin, Podchaser, Google Podcasts, Deezer, Podcast Addict, ZMARadio.com, Live 365, and TuneIn Radio. All music heard on NTRN is licensed for use by Epidemic Sound. For more information, head to epidemicsound.com. All other music heard on NTRN is licensed for use freely by the musical artists, along with copyright usage information, fulfilling any terms of usage agreements with Spreaker.com. Special thanks to the voice of NTRN, Kevin Robinson. And a very special thank you to Art Bell, because if it wasn't for Art Bell back in the day, we wouldn't be here today. Catch NTRN every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday late night and weekends starting at 9:05 p.m. Central Time, beaming directly to you from a secret little town in the great upper Midwest. So, until the next NTRN, stay safe, cover your six, and remember, they are listening. So long, everybody.